everyone, and I am back, and excuse the outdoor noise. It sounds like the garbage men are finally here. Today I'm going to do an experiment in adhesive, but not hold, but more of the after effects of adhesive. I recently got Secure in the mail, and my best advice about that is to do what works for you with it. Now, when I first got it, I watched YouTube videos, and then I tried what it went on the box. It was strip, you know, strip on the bottom like a U, and then let it set and then put it in. And then I saw someone said smear it, and then I saw someone said smear and wet it. But the problem I had with the wetting is it was really slimy putting it into my mouth, and it took a while to get it to hold. It still fell down the back. What works best for me is to put the strip, and then at the bottom of the, I'll use my experiment thing, strip, and at the bottom, and then I smear it a little to even it out, and I like barely spritz it with my water bottle, barely spritz. So one of the things that people don't tell you about is, at least for me, is adhesive works with the, let me move up a little bit here so you can see the flashes. If you're epileptic, I am very sorry with the flashes here. Adhesive works with your saliva, and I guess it mixes. I'm not real sure of the science, but I noticed that with C-Bond, when I tried that, while the hold was good for the first hour or two, the disc tended to slip, and got gooey and runny. Powder, same thing. I haven't used regular adhesive, so I really can't say how that is. But I know that after a while, powder, when it just absorbs so much of your natural saliva, that's so gross. It's just like, ah. And when you take it out, it's like, strings, and it's just really, it's so gross. Okay, I noticed with the Secure that it does not do that. Although it is gooey, it does get gooey after a while. It doesn't come out like, it comes out in clumps. And when you push up, or you get that squishy feeling, at least I do when the adhesive is at the end, it doesn't ooze out over the top, and then it comes out in a clump, and you're just like, alright, so I have my cups, and I'm going to go ahead and put them out on there. So first thing is, let's kind of get the powder out of the way, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to put a little water like I would on the Denture. And then I'm going to put some powder like I would on the Denture. Let's like coat it just like we would on the Denture. That's all I'm thinking. So there we have that. Okay. Oh, there you go. Next, I will do the C-Bond, which I have to rip one of these. But that's okay. We're just ripping it. Okay. Let me throw that powder away first. Throw it, and everyone thinks I'm a Coke addict. Can you imagine that? There's some powder in my room. What is that? Is that Coke? Don't you dare inhale it. Alright. One should be good enough to show. Okay, see it. So, put on, wet it, and then let me wet it here. Okay. Like you do with the C-Bond. Okay. There it is. Alright. Next, I'm going to do the regular adhesive on a dry surface cup. Oh, I forgot to wet the powder. My bad. Alright. Adhesive. Regular Paul grip. I will do a little strip. See? Very thick and pasty. A little bit more. Okay. Boy, I'm the worst tube squeezer, aren't I? Okay. Alright. And then I'm going to take a Q-tip, which I know I have here somewhere. Hold on. And I'm going to smear it. And the reason I'm wetting these is to give the effect of saliva. But I'm not doing that yet on that. And finally, the Secure. Which, when you get the Secure, it smells like cement glue that you used in school. And you need to cap it really tight, and it is really, really runny, and I'll show you exactly what I mean here. It really comes out running. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the smell of soft reline. So, let me smear this. Okay. So, let me smear the... Oh, it's really hard to smear, so you got to be really fast with it. I don't know if you can see that. You're probably like, why is she pulling an experiment if we can't see what she's doing? You can see what I'm doing. Let me put this Q-tip in here. And now I'm going to spray. Put a saliva pole on that. And I'll put a little saliva pole on here. And then I'll put a saliva pole here. Not as much. Don't need to. And then I'll put a saliva pole on the Seabond. It's not really saliva. Oh, good Lord. Could you imagine if I spit this in? Have your own fresh saliva in a bottle. So I'm going to pause this, and I'll be back in 15 minutes, and we'll check to see how everything goes. And it's just been about 15 minutes since I did the video, and I had to pause, but obviously you can't pause for 15 minutes. I didn't talk about hold with Secure. It's no better, no worse, but, you know, today, the bottom is still pretty tight in there, and I had a little lunch. I had a roll, a little soft school roll. Those of you who don't know, I work as a cafeteria lady part-time. Really part-time, like an hour and a half. The rest of the time, I'm a writer. And I had some mac and cheese, which usually does it. The top is still secure, but it just feels tacky. So anyhow, I have been adding spritzes of spit, I call them. As we know, this is not really my spit. So let's take a look and see how things are going. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually see. Ooh, look at the reflection. Looks like a... Alright. Let's start with the Seabond. It's there. Wait, it's stripping. Ooh, do you see that? Look at that. Wait, let me put it right there. Look at that. That is in your mouth. Now, look at that. That is what I'm talking about. That is not a lot of water. It's a spritz, a spray. I know the Seabond is still there. It's lifting up. Wait, okay. But look. So that's your gum. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so that is in your mouth. That is what happens. That is 15 minutes after your spit. That is why it always feels so gooey. Okay, alright, really? Okay. Alright. Paper towel. Okay. Let me spritz. Now let me show you. This is just... That's all I did. Continuously. I gotta get this off my hands or I'll stick it. Let's go with something less gross, shall we? This is the, oh, look, that's just regular water. That is Polygrip. Look at that. Now, it is kind of gooey, and I don't know if you can see. 15 minutes, it kind of loses its color. Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah. Okay, so the goo factor is really thick. Okay, it's like, you can really see it. Let me get that Seabond back there so you can see. It's slimy. Slimy. It's a lot more slimier than gooey. Okay. The Polygrip is gooey. It's like that stuff you play with, like, see? Okay. Not as slimy as the Seabond. Let me squirt my hand with some water here. Now, the powder. It's there. You can't see it. Oh, gosh. Okay. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. It's like just runny. That is slimy. It's not as bad, and it doesn't do the strings like the Seabond, but it is completely slimy. And there's like, after it gets wet, as you can see, there's no hold. I'm going to try that, watch, okay? And, oh, there it is. Oh, there it is, okay. So that's a no-go. That's why you get all that gooey stuff in your mouth after a while, okay? Let me try this with the Seabond. I didn't do that experiment. Oh, yeah, forget the Seabond. Okay. Hand on this. It does hold, even while wet. It really does. I gotta give it that. Look at that. It really does. Seabond passes the Polygrip did well. Now, finally, secure. Now, let's look at that. It still has its color. It held. Now, I added some pressure to that. There's very little slime. Let me try adding a little pressure to the Polygrip. Press that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, wait. Oh, it's over my hands. Alright. So get 10 on that one. Let's try the Seabond wafer. Oh, God, it's so gross. Let me add some pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I wasn't shaking that, honestly. I'm done with that. I'm not touching that again. Oh, wait. Let's try the Polygrip. 10-second Polygrip. Ooh, it's kind of squishy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that is really holding. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm moving it. Even wet, it is holding. I'm pretty darn impressed. The only thing I'm not impressed with is, I'm looking at the time here. Okay. Alright. Hold on. So, it comes off on the surface. And it stays on the surface. Okay. Because that finger has been used and abused. That doesn't sound good. Now I'll do the 10-second hold on that one. That was about, what, 20 seconds? Okay. Use my middle finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6. I'm looking. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. And here's what I like. And this will be my, it may have the same hold effect as a Polygrip. It holds longer than the powder when wet. And it's still up on my finger. And it's been gotten the same amount of, it's not like English. It received the same amount. Which means you're not going to lose it. And I did sing with them in the other, wow, I'm like, it is really still staying. And I'm rocking it. Look at that. There it goes. Now here's the thing. It's still on there. And just very little on my finger. So, hold, you got the Polygrip and the Secure. Both hold under wetness. Slime factor, on a scale of 1 to 10, this is about, Secure is about a 2 or 3 after it gets wet, but easily comes off. The Polygrip is about a 5 or 6. Still easily comes off, but it doesn't stay on the denture. It goes onto your fingers. That's the opposite. Secure goes on the denture and very little on your mouth. Polygrip on your mouth, very little on the denture. Slime factor of the powder. It's gooey. It's gooey. 7, 8 after it gets wet. Holding, not as good. Seabond. I know some of you like it. That slime factor is a 12. And the hold, after it gets wet, it doesn't. So that is my, let me take my glasses off because I have this thing and vanity thing. You're probably wondering, what is this thing on her lip? It is a cold sore. I get them every other year. No, I don't have herpes. It's just a cold sore. I think I got it. Probably got it from the dentist's office or something. Okay, anyhow, I'm off and have a great day. Thanks for bearing with my experiments.